What is going on, everybody? My name is Jacob. I have been a diehard Pistons fan since 2003, and I'm eager to see this team getting back to playing winning basketball. Today, a few hours into free agency, we got some news that Cade Cunningham has re-signed for a rookie max deal, 5 years, $226 million. Quick spoiler alert, I think this is a great thing. I'm going to go over a few points on why I believe so. And I think the last one might not only shock some people, but I think it will alleviate concerns that anybody may have regarding this contract. Now, to talk about Cade and his actual play on the court, here's the thing with Cade. His rookie year was good, not great. Good, not great. He was second or third in Rookie of the Year voting, third, I believe, behind Mobley and Scotty Barnes. We didn't win a whole ton of games. He was a bit inefficient. And of course, by year two, he was hurt for the better half of the season. I think he only played 12 games in his second year. So coming back for his third year, expectations were a bit high. A lot of people had him on the radar for most improved and whatnot, but he did make huge improvements in a lot of areas. His field goal percentage went up about 5%, as did his three-point percentage as well, getting him comfortably in at 45% from the floor and 36% from three. So overall, one of his biggest concerns from his super young years was his efficiency. That improved. The turnovers started to get better as the year went on as well. Those numbers really came down. And as somebody who suffered through the entire season last year and watched almost every single game, what I can say is not only did he improve as the season went on, he also improved as there was more competent rosters put around him. When he was actually able to play in space and share the floor with guys like Simone Fontecchio, or realistically any of the shooters that they had on the roster, there wasn't very many of them, Cade looked great, and the lineup numbers, the tracking numbers, and everything else backs that up. I have no worries about the talent Cade has. Where will he be in 5 to 10 years? That's a whole other question, but what I do know is as of right now, this guy is all-star caliber. Will he make the all-star game next year? That just depends on if we win enough, because realistically last year this guy was a 23 point per game guy along with 7 assists, like 5 rebounds. That's all-star numbers. We just didn't lose, or we didn't win enough for him to get in, and he's only going to get better. He's still only 22. So one of the concerns I see a lot of people say is this is so much money, blah 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 blah. Look, what else are we going to do with the cap space, guys? We have $60 million or $50 million now after trading for Tim Hardaway. Who else is left on the market? Hypothetically, let's say we don't pay Cade, right? Who do you guys think we're going to get in free agency that's better than Cade? When you draft a guy that's talented like this, you just have to rookie max them. Even Desmond Bane got a rookie max. I love Desmond Bane. Desmond Bane's on the same contract as Cade. Is Desmond Bane better than Cade? No, he's not. He's in a lot better of a situation, but Desmond Bane's cool. I like Desmond Bane a lot, but realistically, if Desmond Bane's getting a $200 million contract, I don't want to hear from nobody that that's too much for Cade. I know it sounds like a ton of money, which in real life, like 1% of his contract would change my life. But either way, like in NBA terms, like $200 million, if Desmond Bane's getting it, Cade can get it. I don't really care. Guys like Zach LaVine, Ben Simmons, like these dudes aren't even playing for teams and they're getting paid way more because they're more veteran. It's really not that big of a deal. Anyone who thinks this is like too much or he didn't deserve it, out of their mind, in my opinion, to be honest with you. And the other thing too, the most shocking part about all of this is when you look at the money, Cade's contract in his last year of this contract will be 18% of the salary cap. Let me just break that down a little bit for you guys. 5 years from now, Cade's contract is projected to be 18% of the salary cap. So in 2028, 2029, when Cade is 27, 28 years old, hypothetically entering his prime, he will be making 18% of the projected salary cap. That's setting us up long term really well. It really is. If we can't put something together and around him in 5 years, that's a big problem. But if Cade continues to grow on the trajectory he's on right now, 5 years from now, if he's making 18% of the salary cap, that gives us 82% of the salary cap to work with to put pieces around him that can help us contribute to him having a winning career in his prime in Detroit. That is like nothing. 18% of the salary cap is like nothing for a guy who, honestly, at the very worst in his prime will be like a fringe all-star because he's already that at 22. I think he'll be so much better than that when he's 27. But realistically, the floor for Cade is fringe all-star. And in 5 years, if we're paying a fringe all-star, in the worst case scenario, 18% of the salary cap, that's not going to ruin us from doing anything we want to do now or later. It's really no big deal. When you get a guy like Cade, you pay him. It's simple as that. Even if Cade was worse than he is, it'd still be justified because we have nothing else to do with the money. The people who are knocking this, like, what is the grand idea here? Let Cade walk or try and trade him and continue to be generationally bad? Like, he is the one bright spot on this team. He looks great when you put competent players around him. I really don't understand why anybody would be against this. So I just wanted to make a quick video telling you guys how I feel. I'm excited to have Cade here for the long haul. Cade has been a bright spot over a disastrous last couple of years. Everything that you see from the outside looking in makes it seem like he's happy to be here. You know, his family, all that type of stuff seems to share the same feelings about the city. So anytime you've got a 22-year-old guy who's getting you 23 points and 8 assists a night, you pay him. Simple as that, especially when it's someone like Cade that has the intangibles, the leadership qualities. He wants to be here. Everything about this deal is just sign the check and move on to me. So definitely almost feel like I'm taking crazy pills when I do see people sometimes on Twitter or Reddit or Facebook or wherever it might be saying that, like, we need to move off Cade or he doesn't deserve this contract. Honestly, I just don't think those people really understand what the alternative options are. So that's it, guys. Just wanted to hop on here quick and let you all know that Cade has signed his rookie max. This comes at no surprise to anybody who has been following some of the beat writers, things like that. This was going to happen regardless. So no worries. I'm excited for it, man. He's the best young player we've had on this team in a long, long time. So see y'all later.